My dad taught me that a car is only for getting from point A to point B. When you teach a kid that the car is for only point A to point B, I mean, things get pushed on the rug. So like if it's not like a safety thing, or if it doesn't help you to get from point A to point B, then you don't need to worry about it, right? So this is gonna be one of those downsides to treating it like it's point A to point B. This right here is where I hit a tree about 3 years ago and I haven't fixed it because it doesn't change whether the car drives or not. As a matter of fact, I'm actually really overdue on an oil change as well, which is what I'm about to do right now. Now, I will say the oil change is more along the lines of getting you from point A to point B, but if you just get in this habit of like, a car's a tool, like why clean it? Like I haven't washed it in years. I mean, is that good or bad? I don't even know, but I haven't washed it. Now, to be fair, we've had a lot going on right recently. You know, Jennifer's dad's in the hospital. I'm in school. I don't know where that glove just fell out of, but it sure did fall out of somewhere, and now it's cold outside. I keep a pair of coveralls in the back of the car just in case I break down somewhere and it's like super cold. All right, this is the part that gets a little exciting. The ramps are out there. I ain't got nobody to spot me. We just got to do it by feel, and it's a stick shift. So, here goes nothing. Come off the e-brake. Rev it up. We're starting to get a little bit of power into it. Hopefully that's perfect. Leave it in gear. Turn it off. Oh, here it is. Couldn't ask for better, baby. Couldn't ask for better. Here's the thing, man. I don't even really want to do all of my own mechanicking. I wish I was rich enough that like I could just like pay someone to do it, but it's so much cheaper for me to just do it myself. Pro tip, always lay out the packing blanket because you will drip oil on your driveway. Just avoid having to like actually clean it up. Put down an unpacking blanket. And go ahead and take off your gas cap or your oil cap. Not your gas cap, Logan. Oh shit. Let it breathe. That lets the oil or the air come in as the oil comes out, you know. Makes it go quicker. And you do it warm too. Not hot, but warm. You know. But in like a perfect world, I wouldn't be doing any of this. I would have, you know, my butler or whatever do this for me. Because I'm going to be real, I don't get like enjoyment out of it. But what I do get is the fact that I have the satisfaction that I know it was done right. I know it's done right. I don't have to worry about it. I can do it on my own time. I don't have to go somewhere to do it and then wait there. I can just get it done here at the house. That's why I do it. Damn, I can't reach it from the side. Ah! I like this tool set best. You know, there's some dudes that like to have greasy hands. They're like, yeah, get some grease under the nails. I don't, because I'm a nurse. Have you ever had a nurse take care of your greasy hands? It's gross. So, I wear gloves. I don't get shit underneath my fingernails doing this. I don't have to like, I ain't shit to prove. Seems like it's a 19. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Yeah. Oh, that's hot. Ay, ay, ay. Ah. Might be an 18. Oh no, it's loose. Cool. Oh man, you know what I didn't get was an oil rag. And go. Cool. Always vent your oil pan. If you do not, it will start bubbling out at you. You know, I actually might be into this more if I was putting on like turbos or like supercharging stuff. I just feel it'd be so much more enjoyable if I was like able to put real money into it instead of just doing like having to do an oil change. Maybe. As of today, I've actually officially put 60,000 miles on this vehicle myself. My goal is to actually run it into the ground. I say actually a lot. I don't know why I'm saying actually so much. It's funny to say that I want to run it to the ground when I'm sitting here staring at all of this grill that's messed up. Look at that. 2, 3 years, 4 years. It actually kind of brings back good memories. Let me tell you how that shit went down. So, I was living in my granddad's house. And in my granddad's house, he had about 50 yards of a driveway, gravel driveway, straight uphill, all the way up to the house. House is basically perched up on a hill. Well, about 3 years ago, I was working at the hospital, and we had one of those freezing rains as we go home. I drive home in this like nice slushy mess, and then I back my car all the way up to the top of the hill, right up next to the house, put the e-brake on, turn it off, go inside. Now, I know that it's going to be nasty in the morning, so I wake up about 30 minutes earlier than I usually would, to go into work, to defrost my car, get all the ice off the windows, that nice stuff. And that's what I do. I woke up, I went outside, I turned on the car, and turned the heat full blast, and went back inside and took my shower. Got all my stuff together, came back outside, and knocked the rest of the ice off that wasn't melted, and then got in the car. Then I went down, alright, hold on. And then I got in the car, and I started going down the hill, and it's pretty steep at the top, so like you start going down the hill, and it feels fine, and all of a sudden it feels like I'm dragging, like something's just lagging. I get down to the bottom, and I realize my e-brake is frozen to the disc, okay? So the e-brake's frozen on there. I've got the handle off, but it's still stuck onto the actual disc. So what I thought myself through was that I need to somehow break it loose. So I just honestly floored it down the hill and drug it, trying to break it. I went out, I was like, okay, well the gravel's not breaking, let me get it on the asphalt. I got it on the asphalt, and there wasn't any ice on the asphalt, and I just burnt rubber back and forth trying to break it loose. Couldn't freaking break it loose. So, I backed it back up the driveway, halfway up the hill, almost all the way up top of the hill, because now I got a problem solved. How do you unfreeze a frozen e-brake outside? Don't have a torch. I don't have, park it in the sun and let the winter stuff do it. So I don't know. Came with an idea. I grabbed a space heater, extension cord, went outside, and I put the space heater up against the outside of the tire, and then I put a packing blanket over that to kind of seal in the heat. I seal in the heat. All right, I do that. Okay, I put it all out there just like I said, and I was like, okay, well, I got to make sure I don't catch the packing blanket on fire, because my friends with all the firefighters, they'll make so much fun of me if I catch it on fire, knowing that it's a space heater. So I like plop it up in a way that it's not near the actual space heater, but it's still collecting the heat. Go inside, and I put on my coveralls just like this. I got some winter gloves on. I got all my winter gear just in because it's cold, and I know I'm going to have to work on my car outside. I go back outside, and I'm sitting at the top of the hill, okay? And I think this is the point that... I think this is the point that I called into work, and I said, hey, guys, I'm going to be late. I don't know how long I'm going to be. I've never actually had this problem before. I'm trying to unfreeze an e-brake. I honestly don't know. I'm sorry. So I stand up at the top of the hill, right at the rear end of the car, looking downhill at the car sitting at the top of the hill. And I'm like, I got the heater going. I got the car defrosted other than that. But something just feels off. Something about this whole situation just feels off. That was the moment that I heard a ding or a doom or a dong, dong, like that sound. Dong. And the car went forward. I had forgot to reset the e-brake, even though it was still frozen. I didn't leave it in gear so that it wouldn't just go down the hill. It was literally perched at the top of a hill, like a Pinewood Derby car for Boy Scouts, and the brake just let go, and it just shot forward, okay? Now you think to yourself, if you're ever in that situation, you just let the car go. It's not worth the chance of you getting hurt, right? That's not what I did, because in that split second, you just act, right? That's why training is so important, because you do what you've always done. In that moment, I acted, and I ran after the car. I pulled the door open. I pulled myself in. I felt like I twisted my ankle on the way in, pulled myself into the front seat, pulled myself up just in time to look over the dash and see me hit a tree. Bang! And that was the front grill right there. Luckily, it was a crepe myrtle, so it was like 3 or 4 like 2-inch trees, so it kind of had like a spring effect, not like a big huge oak that just stopped me dead in my tracks. I sprung. I didn't set off the airbags. Nothing got hurt, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be really late now. So I'm in the car. I try to open the door, and I hear a a screech, like metal on paint, just like something just tearing off my paint. I'm like, oh my God, I can't even open the door because there's something there that's just like, cherry on top. Shut the door. Okay, well, let's just back the car out. I try to put it in reverse and go backwards. The frame is sitting on the ground. So I'm like, oh, well, shit. So I go back up to the house. Now I got to wake up Papa, because I'm living with Papa at the time. Wake up Papa. Wake up Papa. Get him up. He goes, what's going on? I'm like, nothing. He goes, what time is it? Aren't you supposed to be at work? I'm like, yeah, I should have been at work an hour ago. He goes, what's going on? I'm like, you know what? Just take your time, Papa. I need you to get up. I need you to help me get my car unstuck. He goes, okay. So he gets up. We go outside. And we go to his truck. Now, his truck is frozen with the door shut, okay, because it had the freezing rain. His freezing, though, wasn't in the actual wheels because he didn't drive it through it. We get his truck unfrozen. We back it down the hill, pull my car out. That metal that I had hit on the door, I had to run over a bunch of those tomato planters, so a bunch of wire things that go around tomato plants, and they were all wrapped up underneath this frame, all metal shit everywhere, and I had to sit there with some wire cutters and cut every single wire just to get it unwrapped, untangled, and I'm sure there's still wire underneath here, to be quite honest. It was a lot. Get that done. Now I'm hot, I'm sweaty. What do I do next? What do you do? I told Papa, I said, Papa, I'm taking you to breakfast. I took Papa to breakfast, Grandma to breakfast, and met Caleb up there. We had breakfast together. I get to work. It's been like 2-3 hours later. I'm like, well, somebody tried to sleep in. I was like, I could wring your freaking neck right now. What? You have no idea what I just went through. And like, there's no record of it other than like the bumper being messed up. And it's like, couldn't have hit it any better. Straight on, mess up the bumper. Just craziness. All right, let's get down to the shit. Yeah. I sound like my dad. It's so cold outside right now. The wind is blowing so freaking hard. So, like, it's so consistent. It's like that winter ice cold BS. Ugh. Man. This VW is different. It's got one of those oil filters that isn't like a metal oil filter. It's just a, like a paper filter that goes in a plastic cartridge. They're supposed to be more efficient. They're a pain in my ass, though. It's about to make a mess. I want everyone to know that. Move quick. Not too bad. Got a little oil on the screen. There's a little O-ring in here. That sucks. I don't think I can get up my fingers. No, ain't no way. There we go. Coveralls are awesome, but man, does it limit your mobility. Holy hell. This is a inline 5-cylinder motor that requires 6 quarts of oil. That's a crazy amount of oil. I know you can't see it, but I'm pouring in the oil right now, or 5 quarts of it. It requires extreme concentration. If you think surgeons have steady hands, try a mechanic not wasting oil. Now, what I'm about to show you might seem a little ghetto, but I fixed headliners the right way before, and the glue just never sticks for me, so I have a staple gun, and I've got a headliner that's fallen down. Let me see what I can do. I mean, look at this. Look at this thing just blowing in the wind. Unacceptable. Ooh, I hope it works, buddy. I hope it works. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's working. Why have I waited this long to do this? Because I was afraid it wouldn't work. Oh my God, that's amazing. That looks so good. That looks so good. Time to hit the back seat. Come on, baby. Let's see if it works. Oh my gosh, yes. Holy cow. I'm just like totally impressed right now. at myself at the staple gun. I didn't know this would work. I will never use glue again. Guys, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. That's it. I'm done. I will see you next time. And remember, Logonites, always keep your corn on the cob.